Hi there. This is Dominique Dejean Craig. I'm coming to you live on YouTube, and today we're going to talk about a bunch of juicy issues. First, let's get right down into it. Let's talk about Breonna Taylor. Now, Breonna Taylor, she's led to, as you can see right now, the people are rioting in Louisville, or so we're being led to believe that those are actually the people from the community doing the rioting. But anyway, there's a lot of misinformation going on about this whole thing with Breonna Taylor. Some are saying that the police had the wrong house. Some are saying that the police kicked down the door and shot her while she was asleep. There's a lot of stuff, but what I saw was the Attorney General of Kentucky come out and break it down point by point. And it turns out that Breonna Taylor, they had the right address. Her name was on the warrant. They were authorized for a no-knock warrant, but it was changed to a knock and announce. So they knocked and announced, and then they broke the door down with a battering ram. Now, anybody who's familiar with the battering ram, you can completely hear that all through the house. And then they bust open the door, and her boyfriend shoots at the cops. He shoots a cop in the leg. Now, okay, if you're a cop, what do you do? So the police officers return fire. Unfortunately, this brought Breonna into the line of fire where she was unfortunately killed. Now, I don't celebrate her killing. I don't think it was a good thing. I think it's a terrible tragedy. But I think that the person most responsible for this is her boyfriend because he chose to shoot at the cops, and this makes him responsible. Had he not shot at the cops, then Breonna Taylor would still be here today. If he hadn't slept over that night, they busted down the door, she probably would have just surrendered and she would still be alive. But this guy chose to shoot at the cops, and this is what cost her her life. There are those who are suggesting that he should be the one who is tried for her murder because he shot at the cops. Now, he's saying they didn't announce. They're saying they did. They say they have independent witnesses to confirm. They also have body cam footage. So it's likely a closed case. They settled with the family for $12 million. So I mean, this whole thing is turning into a great big mess. But the reality of it is that it's not the locals. We all saw the video of the U-Haul truck pulling up, and they open up the U-Haul truck, and out of the back of the truck comes the Antifa signs, and the marching begins. This is an organized group. Black Lives Matter, and Antifa are one and the same organized group, and they're tearing up our country. They're looting from city to city, from state to state, and they're pretending to be blacks, local blacks doing this. But this is ridiculous. Why would local blacks tear up their own communities, burn down the businesses that serve their communities, attack the people who live in their communities, shoot the cops, even the black ones who keep their communities safe? Now, yes, they did. Yes, they did shoot a black cop, and it was a black guy. So I guess black lives only matter when they're not cops. But anyway, that's what's going on. The Democrats, they want all this to continue. They want black people to be angry and to carry this anger into the voting booth and to blame Donald Trump for all of this and to vote for Sleepy Joe. And I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to backfire because the place where Sleepy Joe is the most vulnerable is law and order. Is law and order. Americans want safe streets. Americans want safe streets, school choice. Real Americans, they want to build the wall. They don't want sanctuary cities. Real Americans don't see anything wrong with America first. They don't see anything wrong with this. So this is going to backfire on Joe as real Americans decide that they don't want the riots, that they don't want Black Lives Matter, they don't want Antifa, and we're not stupid. We know that there's money behind this group, and it's the same group of domestic terrorists moving from city to city. And it's gotten better. because now that the feds have gotten involved, Trump has arrested over 300 of them, and they're all facing federal time. So the rest of them are scared. So, but then now you see they're shooting cops. So the most extreme elements of Black Lives Matter and Antifa are still out there, and they're dangerous. And that's why this is a domestic terrorist organization, and we need to bring it down. So anyway, while all this is going on, you got the Democrats pushing mail-in ballots. And that's because, well, they plan to cheat. And we've already got evidence of cheating when it comes to the mail-in ballots. It's already started. And this is why they're so desperate to do something about the replacement to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Because we all know they've hired an army of lawyers and they're prepared to try something stupid to steal the election, and it's going to go up to the Supreme Court and they will lose. And that's where we are. That's where we are today. That's the reason. That, and they want to defend abortion. They think abortion is what's going on. They want to talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying, her dying wish, like she was some prophetess or something like this. But you know what? Forget that. What about my living wish? What about my living wish? Okay. So I'm not going to tear into her for abortion and feminism. I think I did that in the last video, and it's just too much fun. It's just too easy for me to do. But she's not going to get to decide the election. Um, we're definitely going to nominate somebody to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and this person will be a conservative, and this person will be pro-life. And the Democrats are just going to have to deal with it, and that's just how that's going to be. So the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, their they reversed their decision, if you will, that the coronavirus is transmitted through the air. They took this down and reversed it, and they took it down off of their site. And there's a lot of news articles about it, so you can easily check this out. And I just like to say that I was a doubter that masks would protect you, and that you could just catch this disease out of the air just because somebody who was sick was next to you. I was never a believer. I always believed that if you can smell through the mask, then there's no way that it's going to protect you from an airborne virus. Okay, and now the CDC has reversed themselves. So all these masks mandates, they need to come down. In Pennsylvania, a court ruled that the lockdowns were unconstitutional, and they are. And right now, the governor is he's trying to relitigate this in court, so that's continuing to go on. And in California, the landlords are suing the state. They're suing the state, the governor, Gavin Newsom, because of, well, in California, you don't have to pay your rent. That you don't have to pay your rent. It's been going on for, I'm going to say, about 6 months now, and they've extended it. And instead of paying your rent, right around the time it comes to pay your rent, they put a thing on your door saying that you don't have to pay your rent until further notice and you can't be evicted. So this is ruining landlords, right? All of them are not corporations. Some of them are mom and pops. This is ruining them, and so they're suing. In the meantime, you have people leaving in the middle of the night. A lot of vacancies. Like, I mean, wow. So that's what's going on. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much our video. And I'd just like to thank you very much for watching. And I hope that you have a nice day.